the championship match in Croke Park. We beat them in Breffni Park and we beat them in New York, but never in Croke Park. We had a terrible disappointment in 1964 against Kerry, and they really ate us up. In 1955 we got to a replay, badly beaten in the replay. 1937 we had the Ireland won, a perfectly legal point for Cavan was disallowed. Right. You know, we had these terrible experiences, but always the first time. I think this is probably the best chance we have had of beating Kerry. Martin McHugh has a job to do. Settle the boys down, get them into the right frame of mind. They're very, very fit, they're very good, they're very skillful, they're very fast, but unless it's right up on the brain, it won't work. And I think Martin probably has the stuff to do it, he knows how to do it, he has the lads that are obeying and doing what he asks of them. And I think it's the best chance we have had. Of course, you'll hear the stories about Kerry being injured, and Kerry are not too good, and Kerry are not pulling among themselves. We were caught with this before, and so was many another team. You find out when they take the field, it's going to be something different. But I think also that the Cavan support at this stage will drive the Cavan team. I think this is important as well. The wonderful support.
I think the fanatical supporters at the moment. It's absolutely wonderful to see thousands and thousands of Cavan people coming down on Donuts and probably in Croke Park later on this year, with the one ambition to win, and then when it was achieved, the tremendous relief, and everybody was so exhilarated at the end of the thing. Right. It's something for the rest of my life I will never forget.
Oh, no one that was there will ever forget it, but it must be remembered as well, Seamus, that had we lose, it wouldn't be the end of the GA in Cavan, far from it, because we were disappointed before. We have a good young team now, and even had we lose, we'd have said, well, we'll come back next year, you know. And there's another thing I'd want to mention is that the wonderful sight of Cavan and Derry going down the road to Clonus, the same road, coming back up from the pitch the same way, arms around one another, shaking hands, wishing one another well, not a note of rancour anywhere.
I don't agree more with you, because Derry family and the car park we were parking, myself and the people out with me, offered us tea, believe it or not, after the game. We did accept one sandwich for the sake of accepting it, because we were beside home in comparison to them. But they are that type of people.
Oh, they're that type of people. They're genuine, real GA people. They're quite a small number of clubs, you know, and quite a small support, but they are really dedicated to it. And the awful tragedy they suffered when Sean Brown was murdered up there in Balahi. And they were very appreciative of the support they got from the other Ulster counties, because a big number of people from Cavan went to that funeral. Cards were sent up and messages of sympathy, so they appreciated it. But they also appreciate good football. And both of us played good football on Sunday, and Derry were willing to pick out the hand and say, good luck to you lads.
Yeah, I say they are one of the best people in us. I think every Cavan person here tonight and everybody all over Clonus last summer will agree that they are the best supporters in us.
Right. Well, of course, it's easy for you to appreciate, Seamus, because you know yourself, you played in some tough games for Lacan versus Mullahoran versus Ballymcue versus Corna Fane. And you know yourself that in Lacan, well known for it, so is Mullahoran. Yeah. When the game is over, it's over.
Oh yes, it's over.
Let's finish it.
You make friends.
You make friends, and you go to Phil Masters and think to find the end of it. But Phil Masters is not afraid his glass is going to be broken on a rack.
No way, no way. Oh, no way.
That's why he lets us in. If he thought it was going to be broken, he wouldn't let us in.
Oh, no way. No, but that's part of it. And I think we'll not hold you up any longer. I would just say thank you very, very much, Peter. And I wonder, at the end of the night, what the easiest thing is asking Peter a short presentation, because we know he is absolutely brilliant at some of these, and maybe he might take this mic in his hand and give us something, his pleasure, which would be great. Peter, hand up.
It's late at night, and we'll just do a short sentimental one. It's called Shanahan's Out She'll Be. Maybe the night of the launch of the book we'll do a longer one for you.
Great.
Well, this is the tale that Cassidy told in his halls a sheen with purple and gold. Told as he sprawled in an easy chair, chewing cigars at $1 a pair. Told with a sigh and perhaps a tear as the rough soul showed through the cracked veneer. Told as he gazed on the walls nearby where a graze and a millet were hung on high. But there was a rough little sketch in a frame between. 'Twas a picture of Shanahan's owl she been. I'm drinking me mornin's mornin', but it doesn't taste the same, though the glass is of purest crystal and the liquor slips down the crane. And 'tis brought by me cockney footman on a soft of a silver plate. Sherry and bitters it is, for whiskey is out of date. In me brand new brownstone mansion, 5th Avenue over the way, the cathedral around the corner and the Lord Archbishop today. Sure I ought to be stiff with grandeur, but me tastes are mighty mean, and I long for a morning's morn in Shanahan's owl she be. Ah, well do I mind the shanty, the rocks and the field beyond, the mud floor covered in sawdust, and the walls at a 3-inch slant. There's a 12-story flat on the site now. 'Twas myself that built the same. They call it the Montmorency, though. I wanted the good old name. And the devil a drop of sherry did Shanahan keep no fear. If you couldn't afford good whisky, well, he took you on thrust for beer. And the daceness crowd I met there, McCarthy, he's senator since, and Murphy that mixed the mortar, for the Pope has made him a prince. You should see them aviculous under with their faces scraped and clean. When the boss stood a morning's morning in Shanahan's owl she be. And that's why as I squat on these cushions with divil a hipper to do and me morning coat of velvet and a champagne lunch or two, the memory comes like a banshee, myself and me wealth between. And I long for a morning's morning in Shanahan's owl she be. Ah, me morning coat of velvet, when me old one used to do a light for morning or evening, and sometimes I slept in it too. But wisht, here comes his Grace's carriage. 'Twill be lunchtime by and by, and I daren't take another, though me throat is powerful dry. For I've got to meet the Archbishop. I'm labourer now no more, but those were the fine times, lads, and to think of them makes me sore. But listen to this, and I'll tell you, I'd swap this easy chair. Aye, and the Cockney footman too, with his Sassenach nose in the air. Aye, and the Lord Archbishop himself too, for a taste of the times that have been, for an old song, and a morning's morning in Shanahan's owl she be.
Now we start, we say thank you to Matty, to Jimmy, to John, to Peter and to Patty, and to anybody else who helped to make this night the lovely success it was. And I hope that we will all see this video and enjoy it, and in years to come, maybe when none of us are around, somebody else will in the next century enjoy what we did tonight. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir.
Do you remember when you started school, Owen?
What I do, mind it well.
And where did you go to school with?
Well, with the sister of mine, Maisie.
But you hadn't too far to go.
Well, no, not too far.
There was no hope that and then of staying at home or anything like that.
Well, at the same time, I tried to stay at home.
Didn't we all?
I didn't like it.
Well, nobody did, but everybody had to go anyway. And
For the few years I did go.
yeah, well, it didn't do you any harm.
No, not a bit.
Can you remember who was your first teacher?
Well, I don't know. She was a lady.
Yeah. There'll be two teachers, I'm sure, in the school.
There was a couple of teachers.
At the same time.
At the same time, and then Master McGoffin was
He was the principal.
principal teacher.
Yeah.
And after he left, then he went to Drumkilly, and there come an old lady then. She was McGoffin too.
She was McGoffin too. Well, now, we'll talk about them later on. Do you remember getting your first communion?
I do, well, yes, in Potahee. Oh no,
No.
in Brusky.
You got it in Brusky.
In Brusky.
Yeah, and could you remember many of the pupils that got with you?
Oh, I do.
Remember some of them?
Mick Parhari and Bernie Parhari and John Joe Frank and Patty Frank and James Rory and Harry Haw.
You know, the lot of you. Quite a lot of
There
you.
was a good few of us,
And you get first communion in Brusky or in Aughaloora?
in Brusky.
Yeah, it was the custom that and you always had to go down to Brusky. Well, what was your father and mother's name? Is it? Oh.
Well, my father was Bartley McKenna. Mother was Mary Riley. She was from Coolton.
She was up above Chandler.
She was one of Cooper.
Yeah,
Cooper.
Cooper Riders.
Cooper Riley's.
And how many brothers and sisters did you have?
I had two sisters and myself. That's
Two
all.
sisters and yourself. Are they alive? They're not?
Oh, there's one alive.
One alive.
a year older than me. She's
And is she in good shape?
82, she's in great shape. She's in England with her son.
Yeah.
Pubs.
That's grand. You ever go over there?
I do,
You go over
and great times beyond. That will take time.
And now you were telling us about the teachers. Master McGovern left and went over to
Drumbruckless, yeah.
And then you've got another teacher.
There come another teacher, she was a McGovern.
A woman?
She was a woman.
Tell us a bit about her. Was she a good principal?
Well, she took up lodging or board in a Kildare, and she used to come out with Belly Hill on a bicycle and down by Smith's.
Oh, what about the cross?
Above, between the cross and Pateri.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Aye, coming down.
Round from Buddies.
Aye, and she'd pull up at the gate there and she'd ring the bell.
Oh, yeah.
Well, am I on the right road for Aughaloora National School, she'd say.
And did you do that often?
Nearly every morning.
I said, you so very good people fighting you up to me, huh?
Well, so we'd be acting lad round the school.
What did you be at when you were waiting for them?
Well, sometimes somebody would have the keys, or she wouldn't bring the keys, and the school would be open now, we'd be then taking dirt from under our shoes and all that.
Oh, that's a full go.
And sticking to the roofs of the school. And we'd be out in the field having battles with other, and one day we went over halfway to meet the Clonouches
For the fight?
for the fight at dinner
So
time.
bad.
Some old man come out of Clonouche Hill above,
I know it.
and used to know about it, and run us back into Aughaloora school, and she'd be there, and she might fall asleep some days, and all day she'd put her around the map, and
Not so bad. You said you were learning and I just went along.
I learned
But what happened? What was the end of that story now?
Well, the end of that story was that she was taken out of the school and was sacked out. I don't know where she went. She went.
And who came after that?
Well, I don't know. There come Miss Coffey or some other. There come a couple of ladies first, and then Master Hardy come.
Aye, from after Joe Hardy.
Master Joe Hardy.
Aye, but
come.
he straightened the thing out a bit when he came.
Oh, he did. He had a bit of straightening to do.
Aye, and he got it done eventually.
Aye.
And he's all turned out to be the best of scholars.
He did the best of
And
it.
there's no point in asking him to give a mitch some school since it's only went another day. Anyway, it wouldn't be worthwhile asking to give mitch, but you suppose
No,
it's
but my father used to hit me at home here cutting corn. The corn used to be cut with hooks,
Oh, yes.
and it used to be lying, and we never found this day till Kelly was the yard that was over the school.
Yes.
He landed into the field. He landed here at the house, and my mother sent him down to the field of war. He come and he stood there and says, my father, Lord Almighty, how would you expect? He says, this man to lay me on the pier and that. Well, he
Yes.
says, I'd be a main man if I would. He says, keep the lad, he says, until you have it.
And that made sense. That was right, because you weren't needed badly at home.
Aye,
Well,
aye.
you seemingly enjoyed your school days anyway.
Oh,
There's no
enjoyed
doubt
them,
about it.
enjoyed them,
You
but-
said it didn't last long enough
For
apparently,
a few
but,
years, well, that's
Well,
good.
it was good. You still remember them anyway.
Aye,
So
aye.
you had plenty of work to do after school in the evenings and stuff like that when you would come home.
Well, in the half I start digging at the spuds, the whole spud to be left till you come home to pick them. And you had to start out the minute you got a sup of tea and sometimes no tea.
Right, so whatever was going.
Whatever was going,
And that was the
up
first
when you
one.
start to pick the spuds and
Helping the ball down on
for the
anarchy
top of
and
the ball
all the usual
and
type of.
usual type.
You played a good deal of football, only.
Oh, I did.
You played yourself as being a fair good centre half. I've heard of you many a time now down the years as you're a Brusky centre half for
Several
for
years.
years and years. Tell us, where did the Brusky team start?
The Brusky team started below in Drumbruckless,
In Lynch's.
in a little field of lynches, kicking through other and making games and
Yeah,
challenging other clubs
coming
from
from
there,
different parts.
different parts. And from that on,
It's field.
Willie the Master started and he built up that
That team,
that team.
the Brusky team. That was a smashing
and,
team.
and that was a great team.
That was the team in the 30s, now
In
worked
the
its way on to
30s,
the early 40s. So
Aye.
Danny Patan,
Danny Patan, oh God Almighty.
yourself and the Noughties,
And
Patty Barney,
Father Gerard and Father Anthony
and Chewy.
and Chewy. Oh,
And they all played, they all great players.
all great.
Oh, well, Larry Brady.
Laddie, Laddie was a tough.
Wonderful.
Laddie was a great tough.
Tough.
Right,
Larry
tough.
was, you played.
And poor Clutton. What about Clutton?
Putting a sprint
Clutton,
midfielder.
yeah,
Yeah. It's a great team of great men.
Oh, God almighty, so
It's unfortunate not to win at least one, if not two champions.
it took a good team to beat
It
us.
took a good team. You played most of your football after the Blue and Harry's field.
Harry Riley Field.
That's, I heard that. I heard from talking to other people.
Harry Riley Field.
It was great excitement to be playing Mullahoran and all the local
It
teams.
used to be terribly at Mulholland.
And the big stuff.
We had the better than an old pointer ball. And they come over then to Drumbruckless, and we bet them beyond Drumbruckless.
Good for you. That was a tight game. But then after the Drumbruckless team, there's a team in Aughaloora then. And you played with them.
I played a while with them.
There'll be a lot of the same team that played with Drumbruckless played with Aughaloora, I suppose.
There'll be a good many of them, all right.
And there'll be a few of Bellamy Hughes.
Few Bellamy Hughes, there was.
Did you ever play with Bellamy Hughes?
I did.
You played with Bellamy Hughes, and you played with, you told me you played with Kinderley.
I played with Bellamy Hughes, and I played with Killex.
And you played with the great Cornafane team.
I played with the great corner.
Could you name a lot of the fellas you played with in the Cornafane team now?
Well,
they were all brilliant down there.
Well, me and Big Tom and John Joe Riley was.
Well, they wouldn't be too bad now. It was very good. So the Bob Miller and all
Paul
these.
Miller and
Phil Smith.
Phil Smith, oh Lord, they were great footballers.
Ah, they would be. And the Rileys, Paddy Denoris, all the Paddy Joes and them.
And John Joe was going to go out that day, and he was illegal because you could only play with your club.
Yeah, that was the 1946 final. With Manhugen, wasn't it?
It was Manhugen.
Yeah, the one that Manhugen won in 46.
Well,
they had a great team too. They had Peter Donohoe,
the whole county
they
team
had
was with
Higgins,
them.
and they had Ty,
Yeah, the
amongst
whole-
others. And Connie Kelly.
Connie Kelly, and the whole lot of them. And John Joe was going to go out, and he says, "Go boys and win it right." He says, "I'd be illegal."
And you still saying Peter was illegal at the time?
And who come in then at half time on a big P after playing with Chickens and Dublin, but he was illegal.
But he still played?
And he bet us by 2 or 3 50s.
Oh yeah, Peter was excellent. And I suppose the 47 thing is clear in your memory. 47 All Ireland now that they're 50 years on. You remember listening to that game. Where were you listening to it?
Beyond him, Paddy Hart and Cecil Cochey.
In the pub?
No, we couldn't get into the pub.
They were out to drink?
No. Aye, the window was lifted up and the radio was left in the window, and there was a crowd out in the street and a crowd in. And when the second goal went in belonging to Kelly, some man made a drive at the wireless.
Oh my God.
So finally anyway, we were all scowled at the gunner left to come home that year.
Yes.
And they had to come down to Kilcowie and collect him and bring him back. He was after later.
Yes.
But
Gunnar played well that day.
Gunnar played well and them all played well.
They did. They were the master. Well, you yourself had the honour of playing with the Captain County. You wore the jersey on a number of occasions. Tell us about it. You won the Ulster Junior Championship.
Ulster Junior Championship.
And you played in famous pitches in Clonus?
Oh, I played in a couple of pitches in Clonus.
You played in the big one?
I played with the Gunnar Brady and Batty McEnroe. And Batty was a centre field man. Batty was a great footballer.
But I didn't know much about him.
Oh God, Batty McEnroe. So one time they were playing in Dublin and they were beating at centre field, and Michael Hare said, "Where's this big McEnroe? Where was it at the Brahman or something?
Where was he in the beginning?
Where was this man all day? Or what? He goes to the crowd and he takes down this ball."
Oh yes, well, he was a smart.
Oh, he was
And he won the Ulster Junior Championship medal. That's as far as they went at him. The Junior didn't go past Ulster.
40. No, that was the war year.
Yes, and
there was no final. No final.
So he had to be happy and content with the Junior medal.
Happy with it.
Well, you were always a tremendous man for the football, and you still are, and it's glad to say that you're still here and hearty and able to get around. Well, you tell us now a sad story now that you missed the Ulster final.
The sad story was I took this flu the last days of March, or of May, the last days of May.
Yeah.
I cut a field of hair and I got the flu. I took off long johns and stuff, and I got the flu. And it's the only Ulster final I missed in years.
Well, that was too bad.
On the first Ulster final ever Chap was in, I was at it. And I never missed a final. I didn't miss a final this year in Dublin.
No, I know you didn't.
No,
I know you didn't. I know you went to the mall. And please God, you'll be able to go to the semi-final with Cavan and Kerry now.
I'll go to
the end of August.
never mind the semi-final. I'll go to the final with
Yeah,
you.
so we all, please God. We hope they're there. So anyway, nowadays you got seeing the whole game live on UTV anyway, so it was a substitute for not being there.
It was a substitute, but it wasn't.
It
wasn't the thing.
It wasn't the thing, no.
If you were there looking in.
Oh, now it's a different setup. But still, the television is a tremendous help.
Oh, it's a great help.
But in 1944 you won the Ulster.
45 Ulster.
44, the Ulster Junior Final. You done a bit of contracting and you worked machinery in your time. Tell us a bit about that now.
That was in my late years, right. I drove milk to the creamery.
Which creamery do you go to, Bruston?
No,
Kinnerley.
I done all
With the tractor, was it?
Belmachu and all them chili.
Had you a tractor that?
I had a tractor and trailer, and I had a couple of
It's
hundred cans.
It's a slavish job, especially in the winter time.
A couple of hundred cans, and I used to bring in the Belmachu milk and pour it in and take down the cans and go for Drumchilly after and bring up a load of milk there from Drumchilly and fill it full of steam and go back and lift that down again and come back up and put up the other can that was full of steam up on the yoke
and head for
Belmachu for home. So to no one worked.
You had a day's work done when you came home.
God almighty.
When you came home you went to bed, did you?
Yeah, oh no, such a thing, but
well, you have
I
to
put in a couple of years at that, and then I decided that I was working with the council, and I decided I'd buy a machine.
Yes, good idea.
And learn what I could with that machine. I bought a digger, and I hired it at Longford County Council.
Yes.
And I put 7 years in Longford.
Do you know what years you started now with Longford Road?
Oh, God almighty.
You were working them in the 60s anyway, weren't you?
Yeah, it was about the 54 or 55.
Oh, and then you came to Cavan County Council then, did you?
Well, I put 7 years in
both.
in Longford up in Newtown Castle.
Yeah,
Lanesborough.
Yeah, Lanesborough, yeah.
Made that road going into Lanesborough between Longford
and Lanesborough. Yeah, it's a good road. A lot of money a time.
Then Paddy O'Reilly got me a job with Cavan County Council.
Yeah, and that was near home anyway.
It wasn't a bit, it was beyond in Shercock.
What was your wife's name?
Bridget.
Bridget? Yes, but Bridget, what is her surname?
She was Kyle.
Bridget Kyle.
From Finney.
Kyle from Finney. Yeah, I see the photograph of you stand there. You were a fine couple in your time. And how many family did you rear?
Well, it was 7.
But you named them all for us now.
Well,
the 2 boys anyway for start.
I named the women first.
Right.
Maria, Anna, Geraldine, Philomena, and Elizabeth, and Martin, and Ian.
Good for you. Good for you. I hope you have many, many more years and that you'll see, well, we're all hoping to see the 7th Wire Cup coming to Cavan the year.
Right.
Now, here we have Elizabeth, a daughter rather of Owens, and her husband, John. Now, John is from County Down.
From Newcastle, County Down.
And your surname is?
Murray.
John Murray.
John Murray.
From Newcastle, County Down. And you got married to Elizabeth. How long are you married, Elizabeth?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
How did you meet?
Well, we met, I had a job in London and I was dying to get home. And I applied for the first job I seen in the Irish Independent in London, which was a job in Dean Style grammar school in County Down. And I arrived there for an interview, and the first person that I asked the direction to the interview room was this man here. And from then on, I guess that's probably...
Then on, that was the start.
That was the start of it.
So, what did you think of Cavan when you came up to it, John?
Oh, Cavan for me was a totally new experience. It was my first real experience of, being in the south of Ireland for a period of time rather than just a quick passing through visit. And Well, one of the memorable things was Owen there taking me down Saturday evenings to Kilmallock, which was a whole subculture as far as I was concerned. You know, this idea of having a drink in one bar and then moving on to the next. And then, of course, you know, Owen there, he couldn't leave Kilmallock, he had to go to Pius because he's related to him. This was a whole new experience for me, and then the idea that everybody was known by a nickname. Because I'm constantly saying to Liz, when she introduces me to somebody, is that the real name?
Yeah.
Because I have a tendency to say, you know, hello, Mr. Miller, or whatever, and then be told afterwards.
Yeah.
That's not the...
And you see, the reason for that up here, John, is because there are not a lot of people with the same surnames.
Yeah.
Like, there are only about 4 or 5 names altogether, and this is the way they have a distinction, one particular family from the next. Now, Elizabeth, I'm sure, has you well docked in on all this crack now.
Oh,
And what do you think of County Down when you live in it now? It's a nice place, I think.
It's lovely, yes.
It's long to see there.
Yes, when I arrived in County Down first, my mother was very apprehensive about me living in the north, but when she came to see Newcastle, she thought, it's just another Killarney, it's lovely.
It is.
And we're
Purest
very
lovely.
peaceful, yes, very peaceful.
Well, it's good, and thank God that the peace has been restored again to help God to continue and make life more comfortable for everybody.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
But
yes.
it's badly needed. Well, it's lovely having a wee chat with you, and I hope you enjoy your holiday here. You come up often to see your father.
We do
and
indeed,
yeah.
yes, as often as we can now. We enjoy coming back, and
That's good. And you keep in touch with them with all the neighbours and all the
certainly do.
people and the local gossip.
Certainly do.
And you're looking forward to Sunday night.
Yes,
Oh, we are
absolutely.
indeed, yes.
That's good.
Absolutely.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope everybody enjoys it and that we have a good time. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Niha, Carmen Mary. Evening. Aberchi Wonga Shay. Agus shot Naberchi Wonga Kui. Shot Naberchi. Alright? Now, Ronga Kaha. Fern. Foxtail. It's the Meadow Sweet. So we'll look it up in the book later. What book will we look it up in? Book of Wildflowers. Gurmaga Lisa. Which is?
Sound of letter D. What sound does it make? Katie? Oh, that's right. Very good. And this letter, the name of it? Dara? L is correct. And the sound of this letter? Hala. Good man. Well done, Hala. Now, can anyone give me the sound that the two letters make together? Heidi? Again? No, just B and L together. Very good. Let's put a vowel with it. Can anyone tell me the sound of B-L-A? Good. Now make a word, B-L-A-C-K. Charlene? Correct. Could we have another word with B-L-A? Eva? All right. Now, I'll spell a few words, see if you recognize them. B-L-A-M-E. B-L-A-C-K. Now, you give me a few more words with B-L-A. Longer words, perhaps. Niamh? Do we have it here? A longer one, Marion? Very good.
The ditch and machine push.
What's P-O-U-N?
Pull.
I don't know if it was the Walkman. The Walkman
The
knew.
woman knew that He-Man wanted to learn more about machines. stand as we say our morning prayers. Morning prayer.